Give me 2 seconds. Hey guys, it's Ashen from Ashen Warrior Props, and I'm eating goldfish today. I'm also wearing a coat because, regardless, sidebar here. I started recording this voiceover for this tutorial 2 weeks ago, and every time I've tried to upload it, the footage gets corrupted, so here is the last time I'm going to record this before I give up. So I'm wearing a coat because the weather has changed significantly in the past 2 weeks. Like, I started my first 3 recordings, I was in a shorts and t-shirt, and now I'm wearing 2 coats in my workshop. I think I can shed 1 layer and another goldfish. This is another episode of T.A.S.K. And I've recently gotten a couple questions like, what is it called T.A.S.K? Because it's technical Ashen skills, okay? Or, you know, whatever. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys something really cool that I discovered pretty recently. Well, not too recently. I'm going to show you guys how to use a vinyl cutter, a Cricut, or there's other brands you can use out there to make intricate, cool details for your foam cosplay or prop piece. This is a really cool technique to use, especially it speeds things up a lot. And I want to go ahead and address the relatively recent elephant in the room in terms of CNC machines for your handmade cosplays and props. There is no shame in it whatsoever. I still am one of the people that really likes to say, oh, this is 100% handmade. I've recently come into the life approach to that going, you know what? It's okay to use a CNC machine. Anything that saves time is quite possibly the most valuable tool you have. In my experiments with this, I've only ever gotten it to work on 1 and 2 millimeter HD foam. One moment. Hey, honey. Oh, I'm glad. I'm recording a voiceover. I'm going to show you guys how to use the Cricut for 1 and 2 millimeter raised details. The best examples are for something like the Alva Pauldron or something like my Iron Parma. Now, to get started, granted you need to have Cricut, but if you know somebody who has a vinyl cutter of any brand, this will work. A few things right off the bat that I'm going to go ahead and tell you need. You're going to need your 1 or 2 millimeter HD foam, and you're going to need your cutting mats. Now, in the clips, you'll notice I was using the Strong Grip purple mats. Do not use those. They suck for this. And I don't think I've got too many clips of me struggling to get all the pieces off of the firm grip. So use the green mat or the blue mat. The green is standard grip, blue is low grip. The low grip works really well if you're not in an area that's overly dusty. It'll stay perfectly sticky for a while. So I would definitely use the blue mat. There are 2 kinds of spray adhesives. Now, this is not necessarily how to use the Cricut. This is more or less how to attach your details to your main piece. There are 2 types of contact adhesive that you can grab readily from pretty much any hardware store. I like the Super 77 and the High Strength 90 contact adhesive. The difference between the 2, this one is more forgiving. It's more forgiving in the terms if you stick something down and you're kind of wrong, you can kind of peel it back up and put it back down without causing too much damage. This one is not. If you put it down, it's not coming up unless it's gonna break something or ruins the surface of whatever you're working on. Is there anything else we need for this? Yes. I really gotta start preparing for this stuff. Okay, well, I can't find the roll of it. It's down there somewhere. Transfer tape. Cricut makes a transfer tape that is okay at best. I actually hated it. You'll see me use it in the clips for the demonstration. Don't do that for the foam. I found it's best to use just regular packing tape. With foam, it sticks really well if it's flat, and then peeling it off is really nice. So packing tape works, works just as well as the transfer tape, well, better. So yeah, that's all you're gonna need to get started with this kind of project. I'm not gonna go over the technical skills needed to draw those intricate designs. There are plenty of tutorials out there for that kind of stuff. This is purely how to use the Cricut for that kind of, or for the detail aspect, the foam part. So once you load your design up into the design space and you have your blank canvas, once you've got your design leveled up there and scaled properly, go ahead to the top right hand corner and click Make It. Once you're in Make It, you will see you have the option between a 12 by 12 cutting mat and a 12 by 24. For this, I'm just using the 12 by 12. And then once you scroll through the menu to right before you cut, right before you start your cut for your Cricut, it'll give you the material options. There is nothing in there presently that I have tested this out. I have wasted several rolls of foam testing this out to make the best settings, so I can tell you guys the best settings to use for this. Whew, goldfish coming back up. Smack the smack. So no, the settings you're gonna need for this Cricut tutorial, this is for 2mm. Same settings work for 1, just do less pressure. So the settings you're gonna need are for your cut pressure, you scroll that little bar over to 145. Then for your multi-cut, you want a 4 times multi-cut, so that just means it's gonna cut the shape 4 times. Your blade style, you really need a deep cut blade for this. With 1mm foam, you can use a regular blade, but the best results I've gotten for 1 and 2 have been with a deep cut blade. They're like a $30 expansion. God, I play too many board games. It's a $30 upgrade to just get a deep cut blade. So with those settings, you're ready to start your cut. You can go ahead and hit the cut button on the Cricut and watch it go. I like to stay and watch the first few minutes of the cut just to make sure everything's going well. It's a real shame if you start the cut, you walk away and you come back and it has ruined a 12 by 12 piece of foam. So just stay and watch for a couple of minutes to make sure everything's going smoothly. If it is, then you're good to go. But when the cut is done and the mat is out, some people have a hard time seeing the design. Go over it with a heat gun lightly. Don't hover the heat gun over the cutting mat too much, or else it'll make the adhesive not that sticky. So that's if you can't see your details, just go over it lightly with the heat gun, and that'll open the lines up just a little bit. It'll shrink the designs just a hair, but not noticeable, like not a noticeable amount. Once your cut is done, the best way to remove the designs is to either A, peel off the excess from your cut, and by excess I mean this, all of this mess up here. You see where all the holes are cut out. Everything that is not those holes is what I'm going to call excess. You can go ahead and pull the excess off the mat, which is easier. I do it the opposite in the tutorial clips. Pull the excess off, and then you can lay your packing tape on top. And the reason we use packing tape or the transfer tape is because it's clear, so that way when you go to lay that detail on, you can see where it's going and you're not just taking a random guess. With that tape on top, you're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to spray the details with your Super 77 spray adhesive, and then you're going to spray the base, like you say the pauldron on my Alva build. The base is the general armor shape, the details are obviously the details. And you're going to let that set for about 2 minutes, and with that, you're pretty much set to go and use your Cricut for, you know, any small minor detail stuff. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm still trying to figure out how I really want to do these little technical skills videos. But yeah, no, I think that's it. If you enjoyed, drop a like and a subscribe. I'm gonna be frequenting more videos. If you really want to come hang out for a good time, we actually finished this on stream the other day. We all have a blast on stream, and that's at twitch.tv/AshenWarriorProps. Follow me through all of my social medias. I'm most active on Instagram if you want to get in touch with me. If you want to buy HD foam and support the page, I'm now affiliated with Blick Arts Materials, so there's an affiliate link down below. I really appreciate you guys and all of your patience, especially while I'm trying to get in the habit of making more videos. I know I say that at the end of every video. I'm gonna go eat goldfish.